In our previous class, we learned about the animals and their food. What do animals eat? So in that class, we learned about the pond skaters. So today in this class, what we are going to learn? How leeches get their food. Do you know what is meant by leech? So leeches are nothing but nattalu. So what they do means they suck the blood from the humans. So how these leeches get their food? How birds get their food? So when you see the birds, you will be seeing lot of birds in our surroundings. So these birds, they have different kinds of the beaks. So now we will be learning about how birds get their food. Next one is natural scavengers. What are natural scavengers? How does a frog get its food? How the frog gets its food? How does a cow get its food? What are ruminants? How a hunting animal like lion get its food? So in this class we are going to learn all these points. Coming to the first point called as how leeches get their food. So this is a leech. When you see the picture in your textbook, that is in the page number 26. So you can be seeing the picture. How do leeches get their food? So there in the box they had given one diagram, that is the leech diagram. So this is a leech where you can see in rural areas. Leeches, they are found in the rural areas. What is meant by rural area? Rural areas are nothing but the villages. Rural areas are nothing but the villages. So in these rural areas, while the cattle it is going to feed in the near the tanks or near the rivers, when it is going into the rivers and tanks, then these cattle, they upon the skin of these cattle you can see these leeches. So these leeches, they are found on the skin of the animals like cows, buffaloes, goats, sheep, etc. So when they are in the water, that means when they are feeding in the water, when they are taking bath in the rivers or in the ponds, so these leeches, they stick onto the skins of these animals. So with the help of these suckers, with the help of their head, it contains the sucker. With the help of this sucker, it sucks the blood from the animals. So leeches, what they do? They suck the blood from the animals. So these, what are the organs that are involved in sucking the blood? Means suckers. Suckers are the parts that are used by the leeches to suck the blood from the human beings or blood from the animals like cows, buffaloes, etc. So these suckers. So when you see the leeches, not only the leeches, there are some other organisms called as the snails and that of the earthworms. Snails and earthworms. So have you heard about this snails and earthworms? Snails and earthworms. Snails and earthworms, they are also the organisms which are found, which are taking suckers, which are using their suckers to suck the things that are present in the soil. Earthworm, when you see the earthworm, so neralu antaru kada. So these earthworms, they are found inside the soil. With the help of the suckers, they take the food which is present in the soil. Snails, they are present in the water. With the help of the suckers, these snails, it takes the food in the water. So these are the animals that uses suckers as the organs for taking the food materials. All of you clear? Leeches, they suck the blood with the help of the suckers. Snails and earthworms also suck the blood, food with the help of the suckers. When you see the cow, when you see the dog, when you see the other animals, they use their mouth and they use their teeth and tongue. But when compared to these leeches, snails and earthworms, they use the suckers. Where these suckers they are present? The suckers they are present in the head region of these leeches, snails and earthworms. So these leeches, they are present to stick on to that of the skin of the animals. They suck the blood from the human beings and also from the animals. So the organs that are used for sucking the blood, they are called as the suckers. Whereas in the snails and earthworms, these snails, they are present inside the water and they take the food with the help of the suckers present in the head. the birds, they have different beaks on different beaks. Due to what they have different beaks means they take different kinds of the food. Different kinds of the food. All the birds they don't take similar kind of the food. When you see the animals, we have divided the animals into herbivores, carnivores and that of the omnivores. So here birds also, they are not eating only one type of the grains. They are dependent on the other animal products also. The beaks of the birds are different. Why? Because they eat different kinds of the food. So let's see why the beaks are different. When you see the beak of a woodpecker, it is very long beak. Why it is a very long beak? These woodpeckers, they live on the barks of the tree. Bark means what? Stem of the tree. So what these woodpeckers, they do? Woodpecker. Pecker means what? It generally remove the layers of the barks and it eats the ants which are present under the layers of the bark. So woodpeckers, they have a very long beak. Why they have a very long beak means in order to peck the ants and insects which are present inside the bark of the tree. They remove the layers and they eat the ants which are present inside the bark. When you see the crane, the beak of the crane, it is very long. Why it is very long? The crane, it has a very long beak. Why? Because it eats the fish which are present in the water. These cranes, they search the food in the water. How depth the water it is, they don't know, but they have the long beaks in order to catch the fish which is present in the water. When you see the hummingbird beak is also very long. Already we learned about this hummingbird. What does this hummingbird generally it sucks the nectar from the flowers. It sucks the nectar from the flowers. See, all the birds, they are doing one thing, but this hummingbird, it is a very smallest bird. So this smallest bird, what is it? It is taking the food. It is sucking the nectar from the flowers. It is sucking the nectar from the flowers. So the beak, it is very long in order to suck the nectar from the flowers. When you see the beak of a parrot, it is hooked beak, not so much hooked, but it is a small hooked beak. Why? Because to crack the fruits and nuts which are present on the trees. So these parrots, they eat generally fruits and nuts on the trees. So in order to crack means what? In order to break it, they use the beak, which is a hooked beak, in order to cut the fruits and the vegetables and also the nuts. When you see the duck, the beak of the duck is also the hooked beak, but it is not so sharp as that of the other birds. These duck, it contains the teeth. But these teeth, they act as filters. So these filters, what they do means they drain out the water and they take the fish inside the mouth. So the beak, it contains the teeth. Which beak it contains the teeth? Duck beak, it contains the teeth. But these teeth, what they do? They act as filters. So what these filters they do? They filter the food and they drain out the water. Same as the case of the fish. Fish also, it contains the teeth in their mouth. So these teeth, they act as that of the filters. When you see the beak of a hen, it is not a blunt beak. It is having only sharp beak. So why it has having the sharp beak means it perks and scratches the ground with the help of the beak and eats the insects and worms inside the soil. When you see the vulture and when you see the eagle, it is having a hooked beak. Why it is having the hooked beak? These vultures, they eat with the help of this strong hooked beak and with the help of the sharp claws, they tear the flesh. What they do? They tear the flesh. Already yesterday we learned the differences between vulture and that of the lion. So these vultures, they have the strong because they clean the environment. How they clean the environment? They eat the dead animals and dead animals which are present on the earth. So these are the natural scavengers. Okay. Now next topic is, so we have completed how leeches get their food. Leeches, they have the suckers with the help of they suck the blood. Birds, they have the different beaks in order to take different kinds of the food. Natural scavengers, they are the crows and the vultures. They are the natural scavengers which clean the environment. How does a frog get its food? So it is very interesting when you watch a frog. So when you in your surroundings during night times, you will be watching the frog. So frog generally hops and it jumps. So this frog, how it takes the food? Frog generally it contains the sticky tongue. What does the frog it contains? The frog it contains the sticky tongue. This frog it liberates its tongue. So it throws its sticky tongue out towards the prey. So the frog it throws the sticky tongue towards the prey, and the prey gets attached to that of the tongue, and then it swallows the prey. When you watch in your textbook, that is in the page number 26, there they had given the picture of the frog. So in that picture, the frog it liberates. It is taking out. Liberating means what? It is opening the mouth and it is having a long tongue. So this long tongue it is sticky. Sticky means what? Gummy in nature. So why it is gummy means whenever it throws its tongue towards the prey, it gets attached to the top of the tongue. So then when the prey gets attached to the tongue, that frog it swallows the prey. It swallows the prey. You can see clearly in your textbook the picture. Next, below that they had given one activity related to that of the frog. So observe how a lizard catches its food. Write your observation. So when you see the lizard in your walls, lizards will be observing in your houses. They will be crawling on your walls. So these lizard, what it does whenever it finds the prey, it generally crawls towards the prey and it traps the insects. It traps the cockroaches. It traps the insects. It traps the mosquitoes. It traps the grasshoppers. Everything. It also liberates the tongue and it catches the food. Find out the difference between a frog and a lizard in taking of food. So what is the difference between a frog and a lizard? Frog, what generally it does, both of them are liberating the tongues and both of them are taking the food. Both of the frog and lizard, they are using the tongue for taking the food. But here frog, what it is doing, it is jumping towards the prey. Whereas a lizard, what it is doing, it is crawling. It is crawling on the wall. How do these animals use their tongue? How do these animals use their tongue? Lizard, whenever it finds the food, it goes near to the top of the food and it opens the mouth, it liberates the tongue and it eats. Whereas the frog, it won't go near to the top of the prey, it liberates its sticky tongue so that the food it gets attached to the top of the tongue and it swallows the food. So frog, it liberates the sticky tongue. What is the meant by sticky? Sticky means gummy. So whenever it finds the food, it liberates the tongue and the prey gets attached to. Prey means food. It gets attached to the top of the tongue. So when the food it gets attached to the tongue, it engulfs, it swallows inside the food. So lizard, which is found on the walls of in the houses, you might have seen that the lizard it crawls slowly towards the prey. Then it liberates the tongue and it traps the insects and it swallows the insects. So both of them they are using the tongue. One it is jumping towards the prey, another one it is Example for the herbivores. Example: cow, buffalo, goat, sheep, elephant, camel, giraffe. So all these are all the herbivores. So generally the herbivores, they eat plants and the plant products. Now let's see the activity which is given under this. How does a cow get its food? All of you look into your page number 26. The activity number 5. So all of you open your textbooks page number 26. So when you see the picture here, the cow is eating the grass. So already I explained that herbivores are the animals that take plants and the plant products. You can see the animals like cow, goat, buffalo, sheep, giraffe, camel, elephant, deer. What they are eating? All the green and dry grass, leaves and branches. Here observe activity 5 and answer the questions. Observe a cow or buffalo while eating its food. Write your observations in your notebook. How does a cow find its food? Already we learnt in our first table. So how they find the food? With the help of the senses. So how cow, what sense it is used to find the food? It uses the sight and that of the smell. Note the parts of the body involved in it. Already this one also we learnt in our second table. The parts that are involved in the taking food by the cow and the buffalo, they are the tongue and that of the teeth. What mouth parts of the cow are involved in eating its food? The mouth parts of the cow that are involved in eating its food are tongue and that of the teeth. Do cows have teeth? Do they have teeth on both jaws? Ask someone who needs a cow to find this. So do cows have teeth? Yes, the cows have teeth. Do they have teeth on both jaws? Yes, they have the teeth on both jaws. In what way can you justify it as a herbivore? In what way you can justify it is a herbivore? Already I explained in my previous class. The kinds of the teeth. How many kinds of the teeth are there? 4 kinds of the teeth are there. They are incisors, canines, molars and premolars. Incisors, they are used to cut the food. Canines, they are used to tear the food. Whereas the molars and premolars, they are used for grinding and chewing the food. So here, how can you justify it is a herbivore? Means cow, it doesn't have the canines. It is having only the incisors, molars and the premolars. So by this we can say that the cow is a herbivore. So you may have observed cows and buffaloes sitting under the trees and moving their jaws. Do you know why they do that? So when you observe in your free times or when you are going on the sites, you might have observed that the cows always they'll sit at one place and always they'll start chewing. So chewing means namadam. So why they do like that? Now we see ruminants. So the cow, buffalo, goat, sheep, what do you call them? Ruminants. So why you call them as ruminants? Animals like cow, buffalo, camel, etc. chew food very quickly, swallow and store in a part of their stomach. After some time, they take food material back from the stomach to the mouth and chew it again. This process is called rumination. These animals are called ruminants. When you see here cow, it's very clear. First of all, you see the mouth. The cow, it is eating the grass. Fastly it takes the grass, it eats the grass and it is storing at one part in the stomach. So when it is free, again it gets back that food, again it starts chewing. That is called as rumination. So the animals that do this rumination, they are called as ruminants. Examples: cow, buffalo, goat, sheep. All of you understood? So animals like cow, buffalo, camel, sheep, goat, what they do? If they find the food, they eat the food very fastly and they store at one part in the stomach. When they are free, they get back the food and they start chewing. That is called as rumination. So these animals, they are called as ruminants.